Hey y'all, what up, what up? I'm guess you could say I'm just getting off work. Maybe about an hour ago. But anyway, uh it's nice to set our own hours. It can be good. It can be a good thing. Anyway, and so it's chilly and cold here today. Um Somewhat like sweater weather. It's not wet and there's a little bit of a breeze, but it's not too bad. And so always being good to myself and taking my vitamins and trying to stay healthy and all that good stuff. So, um, I just thought I'd do a little impromptu thing up in here, up in here. Say hello to everybody. But thinking about taking a new direction, but still getting tips on that wild woman Denise. Excuse me. She decided to get ugly last night. She got really ugly. But today she took it down. So maybe there's a little heart in there after all. It reminded me of like the Grinch when you find out he really does have a heart and it grows and it breaks the little magnifying glass. It's kind of like that. So kind of nice, like getting off work, if you will, and looking into personal things, activities online, and to see that she had taken that down. I thought, well, maybe there's hope for mankind. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I hope she gets. I hope she's gets well. Whatever it is, hope she gets well, and anyone else. So she's really going after people and whatever. It's the same YouTube bullshit. So what are you gonna do, right? Uh, hey, Jolly, good to see you. Hey, Sugar. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like it's just like so many kids need an elderly person to be a role model and a I don't know someone that just is just someone that a consistent, walking home from school, someone that always says, "Hey, what's up, little one," or whatever, like I don't know. I hope she finds her calling, whatever it may be. So, anyways, I'm rolling, getting off work, essentially. Uh, she was tracking my family down last night, and damn, I was like, has it got to be this ugly? Over what? And I do have more uh D drops, not to be confused with a Q drop or anything, but anyway, Denise, I was just doing a transvestigation. You can respect that, just like your friends, China to 3, Mike Truth, all those weirdos. Anyway, maybe not. Maybe not. Obviously not, I guess. I don't know. And so, what direction to take? I don't know. And I did notice last night she was bringing up other people, and I went to their channel, and she said like one of the recent videos, and I didn't know. I'll just come out and say who it is. Steve Outram. She was trying to bring him into it, which could have something to do with her removing her video. I don't know. Just guessing, but not even guessing. I don't know because I don't even really care. It doesn't matter. But anyway, that would be funny um, if he gave her a little ringy ding. But uh, regardless, I went to his channel and I haven't seen. Hey, painful. I haven't seen Steve Outram in like a long time. Maybe am I missing his channel? Like, because I looked up Crypto Beast, and I think his last video was a year ago. I'll have to look again, and it was really late, and it was early. It was basically just starting my day, and then I was on my phone, all snuggled up in my bed, and enjoying that last moment of yeah, doing things that we want to do rather than what we have to do. moment. Anyway, so I yeah, I know. Yeah, we all have our own issues, but what I don't, I really don't know much about him. So yeah, I don't know. Just kind of like what I've heard, and as you know, on social media of any kind, you have to be careful on just what you hear. I don't know much about him, and I'm surprised that because I don't know. I don't know if I recorded what she did last night or not, but I don't know if you would call that an attack, but she was really nasty. It was an attack on other people, but on Outram himself. Hey tag. Um yeah. Yeah. I've never done dabs. I just rolled one. Again, I'm on free time. Free time. Free time. Uh so anyway, I don't know much about Steve Outram, and that would be interesting to find out. I just know that he does the burners.me, and I've read some of his stuff, and that's where I found all of the A858 emails or whatever, which I still don't understand. So, uh, and so will anybody really ever understand it? I mean, whoever Jack is or whatever, are they really ever going to come out or what? I mean, I'd say, well, in their elderly years, do you think they'd come out? But I think they may be already in their elderly years. Will there ever be any answers? No. You know, I doubt it. So anyway, any of those who were included on those emails, though, do seem to share, let's just say, a character trait. I guess could we call it that? And what I'm talking about is weirdos. There was Donna, Tamara, Denise. What were they doing with these types? I mean, any kind of group that has these people as members, that's kind of a clue right there, isn't it? I mean, anyway, that's the way I looked at it. I just figured whatever it is, I don't want any of it. And hey, Renee, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, I guess I could drop the link. Durr. I wanted to go straight for this rolling. Hold up. Let me put it in there. I'm just going to put one of these little short breaks on real quick, and then that way we won't get feedback. This is so easy. Let's see. Okay, it's there. If anyone would like to join, this is like just a laid back and try not to get ugly type thing. As much as you can. Latex gloves. As much as you can on YouTube, because these people really, really, I mean, I don't know. I do not understand it. Like they can't. I don't know. It's much like an addiction, but it's something much worse. They can't ever stop. But stalking is an addiction now. And again, it's best not to even say their names unless you're amongst trusted folks, because it is the most hideous and disgusting nature of a beast, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, like understand like today's new villain. Like back in the day, like they had horse wrestlers and things like this, whatever. And everybody back then was just appalled. They were just like, oh, we'll never survive without our horse. Like, I mean, that was like the worst thing. You have your horse stolen, right? I mean, even today to have your car stolen or even your pet or whatever, it's like, damn, pretty damn low. But back then it was like you're probably gonna die because you're probably might be out in the middle of nowhere and someone come by and stole your horse. So these are kind of like horse thieves meet serial rapists, meet serial stalkers. It's a real new beast out on the streets in today's times. Yeah, looking at your comments. So before doing anything constructive, I thought I would mess around here for a bit and drink my tea. I'm switching to lemon tea or other flavored teas if I can help it. Ones with no caffeine. I really think caffeine is messing me up more than anything. And getting off coffee so much. And how can caffeine mess with you that bad? Like I get really bad muscle cramps, like really bad. Like I can't even like, and they're in all areas of my fingers, my toes, my chest, like not all at the same time. But it'll just be like a weird thing. And then I think I've tried hydrating, vitamins, minerals, magnesium, potassium, um, vitamin B12, and all that stuff. I've been good. But I went off the coffee for a while, then I went back on it, and I noticed that's when the cramps came back. And also Crystal Light. So I'm wondering, is it an aspartame thing? Is it a caffeine thing? Is it both of them? I mean, can't eliminate everything. I got to have some fun. So anyway, I'm going to lemon tea and peppermint tea. And then it'll be too hot to drink that. So God help me. Yeah, you really can't trust anybody. And as a matter of fact, I just said that earlier today that, hold on. I said earlier today that I have more respect for, I have more respect for an enemy, let's say. I use the word snake. But anyway, that tells you straight up, I don't like you. I don't agree with you or whatever. Straight up, rather than one that slithers around in the grass, pretends to be your friend or whatever, and the backstabbing bullshit. Passive aggressive tactics, whatever, I mean, isn't that even like even with a marriage or whatever? It's like, fuck, if you don't even know where someone's coming from, it's kind of doomed. Any any relationship, it's like, what is even the point? Anyway, I have not tried the kratom before, painful, but I have told that a lot of people have found help from it, and I've heard a lot of people that are criticizing it, but I don't really know. I'd have to read more about kratom. And I heard that it does give you like a little bit of a high or something. I've seen a lot of tea accidents tagged, especially with chai. Uh really bad accidents. But I would tell you about that. But anyway, well, I'll just say I'm trying to figure out how to skirt around it. Well, I found myself in a position where, wow. Anyway, I've just seen a lot of tea accidents. uh, uh, and it pissed me off. It totally ruined my stove. Another reason why I moved to the country. I Oh boy. Yeah. It's sad when you get your dream home and then people in their tea have to fuck up your dream kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That'll piss you off. That'll piss a woman or even a man that enjoys cooking, piss them off. But luckily it was just the cooktop. And so having a if you have gas in your home, like if we had just bought the home. So I was like, it was all in pristine condition. So I was like, okay, I can handle. I'd had electric only because I'd had to for years and years, right? I mean, to change your plumbing to gas just because you prefer gas to cook. I mean, you know, you'd have to have some money on hand, right? I mean, the rest of us we just roll with it. And also, gas stoves are a lot more expensive, I'm noticing, than electric. So just the stove itself, because I guess because the gas is cheap and that's why everybody wants to go with gas. So y'all get me. So anyways, here I am. I have a flat top. It's not even a stove. It's just the cooktop in that house. And it's electric and I'd rather it be gas, but it's not. But still, it's okay. And even now, I can handle the electric because the gas is it's messier to clean. And so let me tell you, the thing was, at the end, I decided I don't care because we're just going to rip this cooktop off anyway, and put in gas. But people that leave that chai, and if you know how to make chai, that means you boil the milk in it again. You boil the water, you bring it, you steep it, and then you steep it again with the milk, and oftentimes sugar. And so, people that leave the tea on. And this must be like a cultural thing because I just never grew up with these issues. But anyways, they leave the tea on and then they walk away and then it boils all over. Hey, we got Renee. Here she comes. Hey, Renee, how are you
What's
today?
up? What's up, tacos?
Just having a chill stream. How have you been? Haven't heard from you in forever.
I know, pretty good. Busy as hell, you know.
That's good. It'll keep you out of trouble, Renee.
Generally, generally not always though. I schedule that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I schedule that in my day. It's
Yeah,
like my
we do.
medicine. I take it BID.
Yeah.
I like that you're talking about chai. That shit's good.
Oh, I love chai. I never really had chai until I married my husband, and then wow, I love that stuff.
I worked on a movie set. Well, it was a TV set. I never did movies. But I moonlighted as a production assistant for a little while in San Diego. And one thing that they did there that was new for me was they would make, oh God, what is it called? It's not really the best tasting tea, but why did I forget the name
Is
of
it
it?
that bubble tea?
I want to say matcha, but it's not.
Oh, does it have a
Yerba
culture in
mate.
it?
Yerba mate tea.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so it's supposed to give you energy. It's almost like coffee, but it's healthy for you. And what these guys would do is they would make it in a coffee pot instead of coffee. So
Right.
I'd never heard of that until they're asking me, I want some yerba mate. And I'm like, so I went down to the food cart and I said, so this is what they want. And they're like, yeah, we make it in the coffee pot over here. And it's not really good. I mean, if you add a little sugar to it and it's tolerable and it's supposed to be really good for you, gives you energy, it's got antioxidants and all this other stuff. So they would drink that instead of coffee.
Yeah, it is. I'll have to. How do you spell it? Do you know, like offhand?
YERBAMATE.
All right. If even if it's close enough, I'm putting it in the chat, and then I'll come back and I'm going to look it up because food, ladies and men, if you haven't figured this out, more I would think more ladies have than men is a very powerful tool in
More
my life,
powerful than
anyway.
one with batteries.
Yeah. I tried to explain it to my mother about the chai. Because anyway, she was like, "Why do you always have to make the chai?" I was like, "Look, and I don't even care when." And then people would ask, "Is the chai ready or whatever?" You know, I enjoy doing it, and I had to tell her it was like my oil, having my oil changed and my grass cut. You know, I enjoy that a lot. And you know, those the same people that like their chai like to do my lawn and might change my oil. So we did. It's like a little trade-off thing, and it's like, you know, I will, you know, yeah, yeah, this is fine. I'd rather make chai than change oil or cut the grass. So it's a good bargaining tool, people to know how to cook or even where to go buy good food and bring it home. You'd be surprised. It just will, you will see moods change. And
Well, your gut is 90% of your immune system and also is connected to your mental health, which means the food you eat matters.
absolutely. And to have a healthy meal and to be invited, you know, I'm again, I've moved somewhat recently, and then to be invited to dinner the other night, it was like, finally, you know, even if you don't go over and eat, but sit and just have the dessert and coffee or whatever, it's so good to, yeah, the camaraderie, our gut needs the nutrients, and to have that time. You know, it is just maybe it's even primeval. I don't know, but
Well, they say that cooking and having a family meal is mentally and emotionally very healthy.
right. And I had gotten that advice actually from a woman that raised me for some years, and as being a single mom, and she said, well, if there's anything I can tell you, the main thing is having a meal with the kids, you know, and a time to catch up, and during that meal you communicate.
And that's why TV dinners were so like, well, when they first came out, it was very, very exciting to have your little table tray and your TV. And then what happened is families weren't talking at dinner, they were watching television.
That's a huge, yeah.
And then now it's morphed into God knows what. You know, not even watching your phone and having dinner.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody, yeah, fix a plate. It's like a buffet, and then everybody goes to their own room or you know, space that they like to turn that phone on or device. Yeah.
exactly. And family meals have been a big part of my family my whole life. So it was always stressed upon that you have a family meal, what at least one a day somewhere. And you do, you know, you sit down and you spend time. And it is interesting how you will talk and you actually end up having a lot of fun. People
Yeah.
forget about what that feels like.
Yeah. I had streamlined it because, you know, being a single mom and career and
Yep.
sports and you name it. I mean, and then if someone gets sick, I mean, I don't even know how I did it, and I don't know how these women today are doing it, and men. But anyway, so I made it just what was your high of today, what was your low of today, and what's your goal for tomorrow. Like those were the three main things I wanted to get out of, you know, that day, that meal. If I could find that much out, you know, you got to spy on your family somewhat, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
What the
Making
hell
meals,
are they up to? You know?
yeah, making meals for kids isn't easy. Everybody wants something different, right? And that's when the mom supposedly goes, "You either eat what I got or you got nothing."
I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I'll make French toast or something. I'll hear, I'm not, I never liked it. You made it for him, not me.
Cereal cupboard's right over there.
Exactly. Exactly. My friends, we'd be out having a good time. And I'd say, I feel bad, you know, that I left the kids at home and whatever, and they're hungry. And they're like, well, do you have food in your house? And I'm like, yeah, things that I consider food.
They may
You know,
not, right?
yeah, they'll starve. You know, there'll be potatoes and all kinds of different things that they could cook, but there'll be and eggs and toast, whatever. And they'll be like starving. You know, you get home, where have you been? I'm starving.
Oh my God. I know you don't feed us. And you open the cupboards like, look.
I know. Oh, yeah, that's the part. I mean, yeah, and then my friends would be like, "Do you have food in the house?" Yeah, okay. And I
Yeah,
was
well,
like,
especially teenagers, right?
"That's
Teenagers get,
the thing."
yeah.
Yeah, and they're addicted to fast food. They're like, if it isn't, you know, oh my god, impossible.
I actually watched a video a long time ago. I think my children were really young then. And it said, it asked kids like what they wanted the most or something, or if they could have dinner with anybody in the world, who would they pick? And they showed consistently these kids saying, I would want to have dinner with my parents. Because life has gotten so busy that, that's, with sports and homework and everything. And even if you're doing all of that, and then they run home, they're getting dinner on the fly before they get home, because it's not till 7:00 that they actually get home because of all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the parents, I remember they cried, and it stuck with me that I've always heard throughout my whole life that having meals with your family is so important.
It really is. And just to get that together, my God, in today's times, like, from having clean dishes and utensils down to getting it on the table, getting it off, it is quite the work. You know what I did? Sorry, I had to do that.
What'd you do?
I did that. And then, no, what I did was, okay, my sister's a relative, an elderly relative, let's say. She was always, I just said, why don't you just come stay with me? Because she would usually be at my sister's house. And because she just always had more room. But anyways, I still had less room. But I was like, why don't you because she loved to cook. She's elderly. I know her son. He's actually family. She's family. So anyway, she came to stay. And she kept the kids in line and cooked and everything. And I said, you just cook and watch whatever, help me spy on these kids. And because they were like preteen, mid-teen. And I always had a house full. And we had a lot of good times. I'll tell you that. She was a damn good cook. It was worth every penny, I'm just like, yeah, I'll put you up.
One of the best memories ever was having my friend's mom cook for me. Oh
no, I know. Isn't that nice?
When you go to their house and mom's like making everything from scratch, you're like, where'd you come from, lady? Yeah, it was crazy. She made homemade sweet potato fries and all this other crazy stuff. And I'm like, what? This is great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love, one thing I love is having meals cooked for me, because I started cooking at such a young age that for some reason, not having to cook is just such a blessing.
It really is. Yeah. I
do enjoy it, but it's a lot of work, especially if you're eating healthy. The prep time and all that, it does, it's fun. I don't mind it, but and that's the problem, is they've made it so that we don't have the time to, and people should make cooking a priority. We used to.
Those are our memories too, aren't they? Well, as a single mom, we used to do that for each other. One of my main friends, we would often half the meal. Oh, we got James D. He's outside on the scene. Hold on.
James. What's up, James?
Yeah.
You working?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys want to check out? You want to check it out?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Starting the rails. It's gonna get loud. Hold on. It's kind of loud. Can you see that? Can you see anything?
I'm trying to make it like the whole. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Getting the steps on. My boy right here.
Sweet.
It's gonna have a glass wall railing and then Trex railing on that side. Glass wall on this side. That's why I had to pour concrete.
Now, is Trex that? Is it like? I don't even know what that is, quite honestly.
The decking you don't have to stain every year.
That's what I thought. It's a different type of product, right?
Yeah, we had a deck made out of that, and you power wash it, but you don't have to stain it. It looks like wood. What is it made out of, James? I can't remember.
This stuff, this is Trex is like particle, it's like plastic particle board.
Yep.
Or composite, like a bunch of plastic composite, and it has a skin. The outside of it is a skin. Yeah, you don't have to. You just gotta wash it.
And you can paint it, and you can stain it, and do all kinds of things with it, or
No, you pick the
No,
color
no,
you want.
You pick the color. You pick the color you want. You order the color you want. So that's the color it's gonna be. We just gotta wash it off.
Okay, that's worth it. Hey, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in different places. I didn't know it had a name. I didn't know its name.
Yeah, this is Trex. There's different types. There's AZEK. There's TimberTech. There's a few different types, but we mainly use Trex and AZEK.
Nice.
But I'll show you when it's done. It'll look nice.
Okay.
It
The
does
rails
look
up.
nice.
It's gonna
I
have
had
like
to
a
duplicate out of it.
5 foot glass railing all the way around, except for one side.
Now, why glass? Why do you know, or do they just want glass?
What's that?
Why do they want glass? Do you know, or they just want glass? Because
Yeah,
it doesn't. I could see at a beach, or you know what I mean. Like they're fenced in and stuff. It seems odd to have a glass railing to look at a fence.
That's what the client wanted. They wanted the glass around one side of it, so that it's just more open.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, probably looks more.
You know, you don't have the yeah.
Give them what they want.
That's
Get
just what
in
the
and
client
get
wanted.
out.
So
Yeah.
Hey, if they want
Yeah.
fucking a unicorn,
I think
freaking.
I'm in a bad area here. I think I'm breaking up.
No, you're good.
You're coming through good. Maybe we're not making it. I'm reading the comments. James,
Oh.
James, you got a reputation.
Uh-oh.
All right, hey, I'm gonna get back to work here. I just want to say what's
Tell
up.
him
I saw
what
you
it
live on
is.
my lunch break, so
Yeah,
Awesome.
tell him
Thanks
what
for
it was,
popping in.
Turcos. He's the cougar whisperer.
Yeah, the cougar whisperer. Peace out, James. That's funny.
That was
Well,
fun.
awesome. Keep him busy. Keep him busy. That's good. That's good. When you know your hands are busy, then you ain't getting in trouble.
That's right. Idle
Right.
hands are the devil's plaything.
Exactly. So back to the food. With my friend, she would her and I, she was a single mom, I was a single mom. And like we were friends forever. And anyway, so sometimes I would say, well, I have this and this at my house, and she'd have that. And so we'd meet at the other person's house and whatever, and watch cable TV or whatever. And to survive, lots of times just to survive. And I remember I got adventuresome and made a turkey. I was like, hell, I got a turkey. We're gonna eat tonight. And it was around it was around Thanksgiving. Yeah, it didn't turn out. The turkey it tasted so good, but then we found out that I had left that plastic thing in it and the giblets. And I was like, she was like, Colleen, look what you did. I was like, I didn't know. Anyways, I was like, don't tell the kids. We'll just throw it away after this. But it's so nice to have it.
What did you do to the turkey?
There was always a lot of wine involved, and
Was it overcooked? Was it a National Lampoon's Christmas turkey?
it was kind of like that, you know. But I mean, it's the memories. But we laughed and laughed. We were just like, we are.
Exactly. That's the whole point of cooking is the memories.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, come look though. Come look. I'm like, what? Yeah. And she's like, look what you did. And like hiding it from the kids, you know. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, just whatever. It's still good, right? We're not gonna die. Are we all gonna die? That was the next thing. I was like, but when are we gonna die? I'm sorry, I'm stoned. Anyways, the memories you can't relive it. You know what I mean? Like it's just you gotta do it. So just do it. It's hard.
Those horrible kitchen fiascos leave imprints on your brain for sure. And they're generally funny later on.
I know. My latest go-to thing now in Walmart and other grocery stores is that they'll have a pretty good tossed salad already made. And then I'll make it into like a taco salad, or I'll get a rotisserie chicken and throw some chicken on there, whatever, to get some protein in there. That's my latest thing. But at least it's a meal, whatever.
Exactly. And a girlfriend of mine gave me a recipe for a whole roaster, and I don't think you need the whole thing, probably half of it, to make chicken curry, and it's really simple: mayonnaise, sour cream, curry powder, a couple other things. You throw that rotisserie chicken in there and throw it over rice, like easy peasy. I love
I need that recipe. I need that recipe because that's the one thing I've never really been able to make is a good chicken curry. I've had issues with curry.
Well, and it's an Americanized curry to really, but it's really good. My daughter, when she was really young, I would make it and she would come. I would sit at the coffee table while I was watching TV and eat my dinner. And she would come toddling between my legs because the coffee table was low and I had to spread my legs a little. So I'd move my leg and she'd come in between and she'd start picking my food off my plate. And one thing I've always been anal retentive about is my food. Don't touch my food. It's my food. And when I had kids, I was like, okay, you broke my barrier. I will share my food with you. Look on with a heart. I was heartbroken while they ate my food, but it's okay.
I know. It's okay. You first. You first. You survive first.
And then but then the weird thing was around 18 months, they decided they had no more of that. Don't make that anymore. I was like, well, you ate lobster and chicken curry, but now you just no except, regular kids food that's terrible for you, chicken nuggets, etc. It just cracked me up. So I'm waiting for one day where the chicken curry comes back into play again. But like I said, it's super simple. My girlfriend gave it to me. It's a great recipe. And it's delicious. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I'm out of my element here because I can't even find the spices I need. They have them at Walmart, but it's not the same. And then to buy the good rice, like the basmati rice. Anyway, it's a struggle. The struggle is real, folks. But I've never had much luck with curry. Tag cracked me up in there. She said she don't fuck with curry. She does not fuck with curry.
A lot of people won't fuck with curry and they don't like it.
No, and yeah, even in our house, it's not something like we have it often, I guess, but not as much as a masala or.
I'll send you another one for a beef stroganoff that is also simple.
That's one of my always, cream cheese or sour cream, cream and mushroom soup, girl, and like a gravy mix, or I use bouillon. That's the weekly. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I got that one down. Let me tell you. And you can also put that on tater tots and bake it.
Really?
Yeah. It's basically just your tater tot casserole. Just add some fried onions or whatever to it or something to zap it up a little bit or whatever, or some cheese, bake some tater tots like halfway to pull them out, pour your beef stroganoff stuff on the tater tots. Then put it back in and bake it. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, that's the bomb. That's the tater tot casserole.
And fried noodles, very simple. We have it every holiday that we can. White egg noodles, boil them al dente. Boil the whole bag. Throw a bag of those noodles in a stick of butter. You want to melt the butter first. A stick of butter in a pan. Melt it on medium heat, medium high. Throw the noodles in, salt and pepper, and just flip them. Be careful because if you flip them too much, they'll get soggy. If you flip them so often, they're crunchy and soft. I made them for a friend's Thanksgiving one year. We had a Friendsgiving, and that shit went so fast. And nobody I know has ever had fried noodles, but it's a great recipe.
Wow, I'd like to see what they look like. I can't put my mind on it, but I'm just discovering that al dente, rather than fully cooked, whatever, for spaghetti and everything, because I don't like it to be mush. But the water here is different, and so, anyways, that's why. But that's interesting. And then you fry the noodles.
Yeah, and so you have part soft noodle and part crispy, crunchy. And browned. Oh my God. I'll say I must have a picture because I made them recently, but they're amazing. That's another easy peasy thing to do. I like easy recipes. If you want to prep, but really cooking is easy. If you know how to do it, all of it's easy.
It is. The thing is, it's the dishes and and all of it, and it's like,
The prep, yeah, is a pain in the ass.
it is a pain, and it is it's so nice, even just a covered meal get together at work or whatever. It's like, oh man, real food. It's like, you're out in the it's just trying to survive. It's like, oh, real food.
Imagine that real food cooked well.
I know.
That's what your gut is about. A friend of mine from Paris said, why do you Americans take vitamins? They should eat the foods that they're deficient in those nutrients instead. Everybody knows it but us.
Trust me, I know. And then, yeah, the people I know from other countries, and they will even adjust their diet for something that they need. I know people who have their diet like right for, it's bizarre, but it's admirable. And now I see why, because it's like, yeah, what are you putting in the tank? Because if you ain't doing so well, you better might want to check it out.
That's why I talk about eat right for your blood type. I didn't believe it when I first saw it, but when I read the book, it made sense, because it's basically like your immune system is based off your genetic profile, which tells you where you come from, i.e. your blood type. So depending on where your blood type comes from, your body chemistry is made to be sensitive or accept certain types of foods. So, for example, if you have a certain blood type and you're eating foods that don't agree with your blood type, you can have low-level inflammation for years, 10 to 20, but then you'll get a chronic illness because of it, like diabetes or things like that. Like, for example, I know somebody who has gastric reflux, and her blood type says don't drink milk, but she was raised to drink milk, and that milk is good for you. And now she has Protonix because of the reflux. But if she just stopped drinking the milk and the coffee that she's not supposed to drink, that probably would go away.
Yeah. And yeah, it's not always the easiest thing to do to adjust our diets, but but we have to agree, or we should be able to at least agree that it is important. A lot of people, I don't know, I think that's a mindset, that was a consumer mindset that was pushed. I watched a thing on just Twinkies of all things. It just came up in my suggested, and a documentary on it. And so they were marketed as being wholesome Twinkies.
Of course. Just like Camel cigarettes. Yeah.
Right. So the whole thing is we know that we have been put into this, and these are addictions that were pushed on us from a young age. Just, like basically kind of our generation.
Sugar is an addiction. People get a sugar addiction and not know it.
It's well, and it's just like poison. I mean, refined sugar. I mean, yep. Wow, the quantities. I'm just like, I actually had to get into that mindset that it is poison.
It is poison. It lowers your immune system. It gives you dental cavities.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a lot of, and they try to say even fructose is the same, but it's not. And that's fruit sugar. You can really eat as much fruit as you want. It doesn't really affect you. It just depending on, and what I would assume is the blood type diet, maybe certain fruits aren't okay for you, because you want to look at low level inflammation. And one of the quotes I heard once was, you don't know how bad you feel until you feel good. Americans are used to feeling bad.
Yeah.
In a multitude of ways, whether it's tired, low energy, depressed, things like that. And then, imagine the environmental insults via diet, never mind the other environmental insults. On top of that, the social media influence. So then not only are you messing with people's guts, which messes with their immune system, which messes with their mental health, then you start adversely affecting their mental health with stress. That also affects their immune system and their gut.
Yeah. I'm doing
And social media is nothing but negativity. I mean, at its core, really.
It really is. It's so. Oh, is it ever?
Unfortunately, and I think it's just like, okay, so if you set up a dark alley and you said, hey, there's no police presence here, you could pretty much get away with what you want. And that means you could try to get what you want or do what you want. So let's say someone wanders down that alley looking for accolades or whatever, and a murderer or some other lunatic goes down the same way, and they have the same, quote, rights on the internet to do crazy things, you know.
We choose.
We're not.
We're, it's so.
Yeah.
It's such a repeated cycle of madness. It's the only way I don't even know how to describe it.
And then if our diets are perpetuating not a healthy, mental system, and then they introduce mental triggers to make people upset or whatever, that just puts you in a bad situation. It puts you in an alleyway with normal people and crazy people and people who've been hurt. And I'm guessing the normal people are the only ones who find their way out. The victims may stay there to perpetuate their victimhood. Some of them may be victims and decide to escape, but the predators are always going to be there.
Yeah. Always, always, always.
And if we're not strong enough because our diet has been interfered with, GMO wise, poor soil nutrition, which gives poor food nutrition, plus a bunch of hothouse shitty vegetables type of deal, none of us are in a position to be, quote, fighting back. They're really trying to dumb down everybody. I mean, the weaknesses they're putting on us through diet and mental stimulation is really that, and there's more than that. And if you just think about those two things and how detrimental those can be, and they've been doing that for a long time, and then what else they're trying to put on us with media and the rest of the stuff that they're doing, I can't imagine. No wonder people are going crazy. It's going to make the crazy crazier and the sane crazy.
I don't know, but I have heard that Hitler suffered from constipation, and I can just tell you that you will be in a much better mood if you do take a probiotic.
True that.
So if you think about it, I don't know. It was an older person, and I think she'd been drinking.
Do you know how mad people get when they're constipated? You could literally like cut them with a knife. It'd be just as bad. They're mad. They're mad about it.
They're real mad.
Well, and then if you think about it, right? If their digestive system is hooked up to their mental state, why would constipation affect people so much?
Right. Well, it's basically like when you hear the term shit for brains.
They're backed up so much.
Think about it.
They got the reverse card and it went up instead of down. It sucks because it's so black when it's down.
Yeah.
They gotta go up. They gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that a medical diagnosis?
Shit for brains. That would be funny as hell. Well, sir, you suffer from shit for brains.
YouTube would have a mass diagnosis.
Here's a prescription for a probiotic. It's marijuana. Congratulations, you'll be cured within 1 week's time. My opinion only.
You're gonna take a bath in senna and Colace. We'll see how you come out.
Yeah.
Kickstand says YouTube has IBS. Yes, it does. It's not going so well. Somebody write a prescription or something. Jeez, we're having problems here.
Yeah, I'd highly suggest it. I'm just saying, it's not really a hippie thing, because and then they would also do that. You remember that era too, where they would guilt people into, oh, you got to have organic because you're hippie. Oh, you got to have, and it's like, no, like it's not, you're not getting the whole thing here. It's like, let's just, maybe there's something to this.
Well, one of the things I researched, I found out that organic is not necessarily organic. There are a lot of
Yeah.
GMO type companies that bought out those, like Annie's. Annie's is not who they used to be, and so is Horizon. They make milk, organic milk. None of those companies are really organic.
Right. And then I found out like the difference in eggs. And then I had a friend tell me, someone that I respected, and they were like, look, if you can change just two things in your diet, drink organic milk and eat organic eggs. Those two things, start there and see if you start to feel better. And I couldn't believe it. Not only that, but organic milk. I never really went through a gallon of milk back then. I would end up pouring at least about half of it out. It would go bad. But the organic milk stays like 3 times as long. Why is that? It's good like 3 times as long.
I don't know, but I've noticed lately that my milk in the last even year doesn't last but not even a couple of weeks, where it used to last for a month. And what I was told is that the storage, supposedly, I don't really think this is the whole reason, supposedly the storage in between the cow to the store can, if they don't keep it at a certain temperature, it allows certain bacteria to grow, but it's pasteurized. So how does that happen? I've just noticed this a lot recently. My milk goes bad very fast.
Yeah, I grew up in dairy country, and I guess the organic part of it is what they're eating, and I don't really know. Again, this is more research, like I don't, well, I think it's the thing with stress too. It has something to do with stress because.
Well, what animal isn't stressed out when they're being farmed? They all are.
I know, and I think
but
dairy cow, my
factory
God.
farms. I mean, human farms where they just have a farm, like a private farmer, different story.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, and I don't even know what to think about that right now, but it's because that's like a bad road to even emotionally think about. But anyways, for whatever reason, I would think, yeah, that it's pasteurized and homogenized just the same. So how is organic milk different? I'd like to know. That's a good question, actually.
Well, Mr. Jones says high somatic cell count affects the shelf life. Well, what is that? How does that tie into pasteurization? Because pasteurizing means putting it to a heat level that almost, quote, sterilizes it, right? So if it's, quote, sterilized, then why is it growing bacteria so fast now? Because it never was. It really wasn't. I would be shocked at how long milk would last. And now I can get it. I thought it was because I got it from the gas station sometimes. No, it doesn't matter where I get it from. It goes bad.
Yeah. I did the organic milk thing. I'm back on the bad milk, just for financial reasons, but I do need to make that change. And I didn't change with the eggs though. Well, we ended up getting chickens in Dallas, so I don't have the chickens here.
Chickens are the best.
I know. I'd just be afraid like there'd be a chicken hawk or something in the area that I'm in now. How would I protect them? I don't know. It just kind of scares me.
You would have what my friends do here, because they did have a chicken killed, or a duck, actually, I think it was, killed by a hawk. You have to put fencing on the top. So if they have a run, you have to have fencing on the top so nothing can land in there to get them.
Yeah, we've lost chickens in Dallas. In Dallas, like there's been 2 raids on the chicken coop in the city. It's like, oh my God, like it's like Wild Kingdom. You'd be surprised the animals you will find in a city. I'm still amazed. We have chicken raids. I was like, oh my gosh. Bye, Tag. Have a good day. So, anyways, I lived in dairy country, and we would always get our milk straight from the farmer right up the street, and in one of those stainless steel containers. They just, and the cream would be at the top, and the whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
We even had a dairy princess.
Oh no, here we go. I think Anton or Zeros found their way into your chat. Spamming Maria. Poor girl.
Oh, so they use other people's names too. Oh,
They clone them, yeah. They've cloned Yayo Mama and Maria.
this is the guy. That is who. I don't even want to repeat it. I just heard of him the other night.
Well, Anton. So Anton. Further to that conversation, Anton, I guess in Flat Earth Fantasy used to be friends. Okay, I can't swear on my life for that, and Zero is friends with them. Can't swear on my life for that. There was some relationship between the three of them, and Flat Earth Fantasy and Anton were fighting with each other at some point, calling each other P words, and Zero was involved. It seems that he was more on Flat Earth Fantasy side than Anton, but every time Zero kinds of shows up or has been somewhere, Anton follows, and I'm assuming it's Anton spamming. It could be Zero, because it's a copy paste on a computer. That's what they're doing. And I don't know who's cloning. All I know is the three of them had some interactions, and not all positive. I don't know how it ended up, but all I know is that the places that Zero goes are the ones that I've had this spamming in my chat. And Flat Earth Fantasy has been other places, admitted who they were, and not done this. But I can't say that she's not doing it now, right? So that's a really weird scenario. In case you didn't notice.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting an echo. It's like place the dinner cards strategically when it comes to Zero.
Right at the table over there. With all those people. And we put red tape around the chairs and be like, don't talk to them. Oh dear.
Yeah. It's like he can still come, but let's let him
You're at the other table with the rest of the delinquents. Okay.
Let's just be cordial and keep it at that. But
we'll wave back, but don't leave your seat.
Right. Yeah, I've had my own experiences, and the things are too with YouTube is it's like they want to explain, and it's like, no, you did it to me, and you're not going to bullshit me, man. I mean, pretty damn ballsy.
I like that you said the trust is broken, but we can get along. Like, that's how I feel. I'll never trust him again. I don't have a problem as long as he doesn't make problems like he has in the past. You know, I don't have a problem with anyone that stops.
I'll be cordial, but there doesn't seem to be many other interests with him. I'll just put it this way.
Yeah.
Common interests. I'll say common interests other than YouTube shenanigans. So what else is there? It's like, and it's old. You can only, I mean, come on.
Zero has common interests other than YouTube. To be fair, in my experience, I don't think there's much more there than YouTube. And that's well, questionable and problematic, in my opinion.
He might be a little cook. I'm thinking he can cook, but I don't know. Poor guy. He just needs a job. That's all.
Well,
We all do. We all do. Like you gotta get up for some reason. I mean, what is your job? What are you here? Why are you even here? You know, that's what I ask myself. Why are you here? Okay. Keep that in mind with what you do today. Hello, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah. I'd like to know what his purpose is. He wants to help. He seems like he wants to help.
One thing I wanted to say to you is remember, and I actually have a TikTok that explains this better than me. People, you said someone was not there are people who are not necessarily confrontational. There's a reason for that. These people who are suspect but not confrontational is because what they do is they come to channels to try to be non-confrontational, be sort of midline, and drag other people into their crap. And once they do that, then they will become confrontational because they're trying to drag you into a situation to make you choose. Then once you do, they're going to attack you. And they may not attack you immediately after your decision, depending on what it is. But the minute you disagree with them, they will attack you. And there are some soft little, I don't know what to call them other than distractions, who come in acting pleasant, but or just being pleasant to set the stage to meet an ulterior motive. And that is what's going to get you in trouble.
Well, would you consider, back to the old days, idle mind and idle hands? So that's where it starts. That's how we pretty much find ourselves on the internet. And so it's already been, the database has already trickled down into, okay, I mean, unless you're actually working or whatever. I mean, I do a lot of work online, so I can do like both. But even still, I need to not focus so much on this other stuff than on my actual work. And that's part of the problem. That's why I like to be outside. Anyway.
Well, I feel like social media is like digging for gold, right? You're going to get a lot of dirt when you're shifting and shaking your sieve, right? And there's only a couple pieces of gold in that pile of dirt that you're sifting through. And I think that's a pretty good analogy for social media, especially YouTube, really. So just because you have a pile of dirt in your sieve doesn't mean you have to pay attention to it. Wash it with the water and shake it out and see what you've got left. And it's really very little.
That's so sweet. Says so. It's similar to picking your nose. I'm going to put some of these. I'll put them on the screen.
You please. When you got a good booger up there, it's big, and you're like, I'm gonna get you. It's crushing. You're just like,
very much so. And if you're lucky, it'll all come out in one big piece.
And you may not even know it's there, stuck to your nose ring. You know what I'm saying? Your cool nose ring, 'cause you're cool. And then you got a big hard booger on there that's taking your energy and eating your food. You gotta get it out. Yeah, that's YouTube boogers. Scrape it out and let it go. Get it off your cute nose.
Yeah, Mr. Jones here with this comment. I've worked on small farms and big ones. The big farms produce better milk, hands down. The stall's more comfy and better maintained. I grew up in dairy country, and I'd have to agree that actually right now, like the dairy industry used to be so respected, let's say, I don't know. And they actually made money or whatever. And then the farms got passed down is what I've noticed. And then general repairs weren't made. And if you go into some of those barns, I'm just saying, like, wow, it's almost like a third world country. They're still whitewashing stuff. They're still shoveling things that, that there's machinery for now, different things. Anyways,
Well,
that is
I mean,
concern.
how big of a farm is he talking about? Because I can't think that these giant milking conglomeration places are good for cows. I would think it'd be better to have a smaller farm with people who are actually tending to the cows and the animals, maybe even milking them themselves.
Well, you'll notice first thing in Mr. Jones, if you've been around the industry, you'll notice the larger commercial type barns. The barn itself is round for a reason. Everything is with the cow's comfort in mind, to keep the cow comfortable, keep it clean. Um, and we want to keep them comfortable because you don't have injuries, and that's another reason for having a round barn.
Well,
And there's
you do
yeah,
know they rip the babies away from the mothers while they're milking.
I
That's my
know. I
issue.
kind of didn't want to go
They
into all that.
rip,
Right.
yeah.
So as much as expected to keep them, uh,
Don't rip a baby away from the mother if it's milking. This is what I mean about small farms. Let the baby milk, and if you need to milk the cow, yeah, maybe you don't get as much, but you can't do that to an infant cow.
well,
I
that's just how it works. So
and that's the thing. I've seen them drag them off the udders. That cannot be good for the cows. I mean, I know what I've learned about animals is they don't necessarily have a genetic motherly instinct. And I would like to know the percentage of that because I've heard about it with lambs and cows a little bit. It would be interesting to know, how what's the ratio of moms that take to their child in the animal kingdom as far as when you're doing a farm and cows and things like that versus not. I don't know why it happens, but it seems that the people I've talked to who are farmers will be like, oh, yeah, that particular animal has a certain attitude, isn't interested in her children, things like there's personality traits that kind of go on with these animals. It would be, I mean, and I'm sure farmers know this. They have to know all of this. They have to know their animals, right?
yeah, but the thing is, it is what it is, and they are animals, and this is how we live. And
Well, I
so
think we could
to
live
be,
better. Like if we could manually milk cows and they produce more milk, plus the baby gets fed, and that's better. That's what I mean. Like, why aren't we doing that?
to manually go back to manually milking cows, the price of milk would go up so high, it would be ridiculous. And oh my God, you just don't know. And even with the machines, growing up in dairy country, that was just a thing. I mean, people's lives are built around the milking times.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's milking time, that whole family, I mean, everything stops. And it's time to, and this is not by hand. No. This is hooking up the machines and whatever. I mean, even just that itself is my God, that talk about putting in a full day's work.
I guess I feel like animals shouldn't be used as a commodity. They should be raised on a farm, taken care of, whether they're butchered or not. I had an argument with some vegans about humanely killing animals. I'm like, we've been killing animals since fucking we were alive. And there's humane ways to kill them. And guess what? That's, spear hunting an animal or shooting it with a bow and arrow or killing it with a gun immediately is way less, in the wild, way less abusive and horrible than putting animals in a alternate kind of facility where that's an alternate environment for them. They're not used to that. And all they are done is like shoved hay in their mouth and then they're put in a stall to be milked. And then there's hay, there's no grass, there's no socializing. It's very controlled robotic. And I think that what I've heard, Food Inc., watch Food Inc., that's what changed my mind, is they need a healthy environment in order to be able to produce good milk and good meat. Because this trauma on these animals is actually stimulating a cortisol release, which makes the meat toxic. We eat that. There is no, and it would be interesting to know what happens to animals when you're hunting them. There could be higher cortisol. I don't know all the facts about that, but I think, if you're chasing a buffalo down the plain and you spear shoot it and it dies, I know it has adrenaline, but that animal has cortisol is deadly to humans at high doses. It causes autoimmune issues and things like that. So that's why I wonder, if an animal's being chased, which they would in the wild anyway, and then you spear shoot them or arrow, they're dead, and you take them home to eat them, versus being raised in a farming kind of industry where they're abused their entire lives. Their meat is not allowed to fully develop because they're not walking like they would. They don't get the exercise that they would. That's why they leave cattle, little cattle like veal, right, in their little chambers, because the more they walk around, the tougher the meat gets. They need it very tender, so they don't let them go anywhere. So they're killing baby cattle. And I guess, I don't have a problem with killing animals in general for food, as long as you kill them humanely and use everything you've got. And that's not what's happening in our factory farming systems, is my big issue.
Yeah. Well, it all depends, but I think that they have more funding, therefore that they have more of an ability to pay attention to, again, barn design and equipment, and that's basically key with today's farming. And so the better off those things are, the better off the animal's life is going to be. Just like us with our house and our vehicle, or, the safer your vehicle is whatever. So it's the
Are
same
you
thing.
healthier under COVID restriction type measures or having the freedom you need? Humans can answer that pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, everybody's different on that, and because everybody has a different lifestyle.
Well, I'm talking about COVID, but I'm talking about the restrictions of being put in that kind of isolation. No one's happy with it. So,
yeah, that was quite a trip, and coming out of it, like I didn't even I'm still absorbing what we're coming out, basically, hopefully coming out of, whatever you believe it to be. Are we coming out? I don't know. That whole thing is just bizarre.
Not yet. It's not happening yet.
India's having record numbers or something, and I'm like, okay, but the vaccine's out. So anyway, that's a whole other, my God, I don't know what's happening. Luckily, the area I'm in, I haven't even gone through it that bad. You heard Jethro the other night saying how bad it was in Ontario, in Canada.
I didn't. What did he say about it?
They're like basically on lockdown again. I was never on a serious lockdown. So I try not to judge other people and say, that's foolish. It never happened just because it didn't happen to me in my area. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All we really see is what's online or whatever that our friends and neighbors in other areas are telling us. And some of them do have it really bad. And it's being overly enforced. So
I went to the store the other day and they had no mask sign at all. I mean, nothing. No mask indication sign on their door at all. I was pretty excited about that. They weren't saying mask required or anything. It was just the regular doors.
Yeah, our local convenience store has taken out, they had a table with masks and sanitizer and whatever, and that they still have the sign on the door that you have to wear one, but they're not providing the masks. And I haven't had so many, I don't know, people that are like freaking out about it, whatever, because I've had my shot, so I don't even understand that.
I'm glad you sound like you're okay.
I know, because I had the Johnson & Johnson shot. I know, right? So, but still, the same people, it's like, why would you get freaked out at this point when somebody's not wearing a mask? Because I don't want to have to keep telling people I've had my shot. And then it's like, Am I still supposed to be wearing a mask even though I've had the shot or
So
what?
Are you
They're saying
understanding how medicine works now?
I'm just like, I'm confused. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't, I'm not, no.
Yep.
And just,
This is this is what makes us ask questions, right?
well,
If the vaccine is so effective, why are you still having to wear a mask and social distance and all this other stuff? And especially when they've shown that the mask, the surgical mask in particular, doesn't block against any viruses. I'm struggling to understand what I was taught in school versus what they're recommending now, and how it's changed. It's not changed in 20 years for me, but all of a sudden it changed now. And one thing I have noticed is that CPR and ACLS, which is advanced cardiac life support, which I've been certified in most of my nursing career, so we have to take that test every 2 years. Every 3 years, they would change the protocol and we'd have to take a whole new test. They would change the algorithm, which was ABC, airway, breathing, circulation. Then it would be BAC, breathing, airway, circulation. And they changed it. I felt, and nursing, listen, classes do this. They change their textbooks. These are $400 textbooks. Do you know what it costs to go to nursing school, people? Hi. $400 for one book.
I know, right?
And we take multiple classes. Thousands of dollars just for books. Never mind school and everything else. And then to have them change their thought process every couple years for advanced cardiac life support. How do they not have it figured out yet? How did they change it 3 times in 15 years? They can't figure out how to save a person. And what it seems to be is it's a way to write a new book. And then you get to charge $100 for that new ACLS book.
Yeah. It's wild. But medicine is expected to, let's hope that it keeps changing.
Well, it should. That's the thing is our quote is science is never settled. And that's scientific anything. Science is never settled. It's always changing.
Looks like you have a fan. I accidentally clicked on their comment. Let me get rid of them. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, what a time to be alive. Like no matter what our stance is on a lot of things, it's like, wow, everything is changing. It's such a wrap, in my opinion. But is that just part of growing up? I don't know.
I think it is. Well, I think after you are raised by your parents, you start to get your own ideas. And a lot of us have realized we've learned valuable things from our parents, but we've also created our own ideologies. And and people should in general support people who want to do whatever they want. Because listen, if someone's like, I got to jump in a volcano because God said I would be given 28 virgins. Okay, great. If that's what you want, I support you. And I'm going to tell you, like, maybe not and probably not and this, but you still decide to jump in the volcano. That is ultimately your choice. Informed consent is the big deal, I think, with a lot of things. And the problem is a lot of people are not getting informed consent in multiple ways. And that's for them to look into, really.
Yeah. That reminds me of that song. Who sings that? I'm going down in a blaze of glory. It's a metal ballad.
Maybe you should play it. No.
It's Guns N' Roses. It's one of them. I've been to the concert, so it was. Is it? Trying to think. I'm thinking of the words. Shot down in a blaze of glory. Y'all know. All right. Jump into the volcano. Take me now. It's sad to
I
watch
just want
people
people
hurt
to do
themselves.
what's right for them, and that's they should be able to make autonomous decisions without people telling them what to do, and that's what I believe in.
Look, it's all I can do to keep myself on some kind of track. These people, that's what I was getting back to with this person I never heard of to the other night. I guess his name's Anton. Whatever. Should probably even make a nickname because it makes no difference to me. I don't know
He
these
left
people.
fast.
The thing is what do they get out of it? That's the whole thing. Like, is what?
Well,
is
it's attention. They want attention. They like to disrupt chats. He hasn't come back, which is fascinating because he has like 900 accounts. So that you gave up easily, and I'm not taunting you to come back at all. Just
well,
stay
again
away.
with the what again with the with this new forum with the new open mic. Here's the link. If you want to, yeah, like what? So I don't get it. Like, what is the? I don't know. I just don't. It's so far beyond me that it's such a time wasting. Fuck. What? Wow. That it's a mentality. I guess I don't know.
Well, think of what a bored weirdo you have to be to sit at your house and harass people online and actually get your jollies off about it. That's weird in itself. That should be a diagnosis of some sort. I don't even know what to call that, but and that's what we're creating. And what bothers me about some of the COVID stuff is they're literally forcing us to put our children on the internet. Yeah, without our choice. We don't have a choice. Remote learning and stuff, like, and Zoom's getting hacked and all these things. And I don't believe that we should be encouraging children, especially how toxic YouTube is, right? Why would we want to subject anyone to this that isn't an adult? And even adults don't want to be subjected to some of the crap that's pulled on here by a bunch of grown-up children who can't act like adults,
I don't know what the answer is going to be in the future with social media, and that's a parent's call on that because I don't know. I'm trying to think of the people, up and coming generation, the people that I know personally, for whatever reason, being relatives or whatever, and it's part of our culture now. So it is going to be here, and the kids do enjoy it, and if it could be kept in a safe place, that would be cool. But
they only enjoy it because there's been a lack of social interaction. It's gradually been going to this, and I feel like this COVID thing has just put it over the edge of people have become recluses. And I know myself, I don't have a lot of tolerance for people in general. My job is a different story. I love my job, but just driving, what I mean, on the highway, people are inconsiderate and they're all stressed out. Who knows what they're going through? They're all fucked up. But I got to drive on the road with them. I got to deal with them in the store and, how they're acting like an asshole. It just seems like everything's been escalating as far as bad behavior, which is only going to encourage them with their division, right? Because, well, what are ignorant people going to do? They're going to blame a race instead of the government. It's the government messing with us.
Well, the thing is they're going to do it. I don't know. I was pretty much raised. I don't know. Like as far as watching scary movies or even alcohol, like we were allowed to drink at home. At home. Don't leave home. If you want to have a beer or whatever, but don't leave home. It was never you want to get smashed out drunk or whatever. You better do it with dad. It was nothing like that. It was like, if we have an uncle comes into town or a relative and you want to drink a beer that night or whatever before you go to bed at dinner, and a couple after dinner and enjoy company. Like we were taught within reason. So they're going to get on YouTube anyway. As far as YouTube, in my opinion, I mean, they're going to get on there anyway.
Mhm.
So how are you going to handle it? I don't know, because they're going to do it.
That's a great question. What I've been researching lately is how to deal with psychotic people on YouTube and where they have free reign to cause havoc in people's lives and be absolutely obnoxious troglodytes. I'm wondering, well, clearly our politicians, well, in my opinion, support behavior like that because they're also as degenerate as the troglodytes on YouTube. But there's got to be a way to make these people accountable. And I'm researching into that because, I mean, just as if we ignored the government, we are a society, we're a community of our own. And we have, in my opinion, a responsibility to police our community. Because the government and YouTube isn't doing it. So if we police our community and people stop dealing with toxic fuckers, thinking they can change them, they're never going to change. They're always going to be toxic, nasty pieces of shit. And so, do you want that for dinner tonight or no? When people get tired of it, they'll start acting on it. And these little maggots are just a glimpse of what our politicians are. And so what are we going to do? In my opinion, what we have to do is say no. Say no. Say no where you're being forced to do things you don't want to do, things that are against your constitutional rights. Say no. And you know what? They're going to bitch at you, but guess what? Legally, you have a right. So fuck that. Stop saying yes to get along. Stop going along to get along. Once people start finding their sea legs, we might get somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, FM's crying in the chat. Oh, don't you have someone else to harass, FM? Why don't you put up a stream and go talk your shit on your own channel? How about that? No one could see my eye rolls. I'm rolling them right to the back of my brain.
I'm looking now. I got distracted.
FM gets mad. He's a sad little cave dweller who gets really upset.
They want to know, the whole thing is anyway, that goes into, I just don't even like to pay much mind to that stuff because, again, that I guess that's their payoff is when they get you off of topic or whatever.
Even saying their name like I did, wrong. They should just be banned and ignored because that's the worst thing you can do to a narcissist.
Right. And, and that's on this forum. But, that type of personality and stuff is in our everyday life. Whether you're a teacher and it's a kid trying to distract you, whether it's a patient that keeps saying no, but you don't understand. I have to eat, 5 donuts a day. Yeah. They just want to distract. They're never going to actually say, yeah, you're right. And yeah, I need to do that or whatever. They're just going to constantly bring you around in it's like a, we have to deal with people like that all the time. Like a 2-year-old, like Mike Truth. But, and, but you said, and why is this? And it's like, if there's something you don't like, get the fuck out. It's really simple. And these people don't, it's like, how do they raise kids and how do they maintain any kind of life with any kind of meaning? If they haven't even figured that out yet.
They can't. I
Like, hey, if you don't like somebody, maybe stay the fuck away. How about that?
yeah. Stop coming in their chat. Stop talking about them. Get over it. Oh, that's right. You have a mental disorder. You can't do it. Like,
Renee,
I don't know
oh,
what disorder causes that. There isn't. It doesn't exist.
oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I can't. I can't notosis. Fucking.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Lest we forget, you're sick. I'm sorry.
I have reactionary asshole syndrome. Oh. So what? You're special? Go call Joe Biden and tell him how special you are.
Yeah. It is bizarre that they want you to be something that you're just not. You know, like that's in my case. I'm saying you, but I mean me. I'm stoned, but anyway, they're like, but you said this and you said it's like, so you've had training or whatever. And it's like, wow, I'm just like, they want me to be like, who do you want me to be? Let's start there. Let's work back from there. Who do you want me to be? And then, you know, like, I didn't know that there were expectations.
Oh, there are. Big expectations. Jimmy James, he's a cougar chaser, so I hope he lives up to it. You know, we all have our labels. What are our labels? We need to know what to live up to because we're confused about what you need us to do.
Is that a bad thing to chase cougars or to be a cougar? I don't know. This is something that's come up a few times in my chats.
I'm not sure. I think in Hollywood it's more acceptable. But in real life, I think there are some welfare slinking mofos who try to glom on to people with jobs. You know, so it happens.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. All right, so I'm signing on to YouTube. What do I want to get out of this? Well, I just want to have a few laughs or whatever, and I'm rolling one up or whatever, and rather than
I love you, tacos.
Bye. Thanks for trolling me. I love you. Goodbye. Be well. Be well. You will live to create another sock another day. They're never gonna stop. It's like so.
La vida loca, YouTube.
Right. There was always a saying in our house as people were going out the door, don't let the bastards get you down. Like you're saying, hey, I'm running to the grocery store. Hey, call, don't let the bastards get you down. All right, I'll be back. Like they're out there. Like we all know. It's like
I wish you would stop plotting explosions in other states, you know, and orchestrating devious intergalactic webs to get after people. Just, you know, someone should stop you from talking to the reptilians because clearly they're doing your bidding and you're paid.
Yeah. And let me just say this, no matter how healthy you eat, how good you work out, how, you know, you work on your mental health and your abilities in life, you could be attacked by an antenna tomorrow.
Do you guys know how dangerous antennas are?
Okay. This shit is like another world, stepping into YouTube, and then you hear these things, and it's like things I've never heard in my in my life stories that I don't even know. I don't know. That now we have missing patterns and I guess they're LARPs. I guess they're not stories anymore. They're LARPs. I'm confused on all of it. It's
I
all
feel like
coming at
they're
us at
praying over
once.
mummy sarcophaguses, and I'm worried.
We got furries. We got we got the Anunnaki.
And antenna aliens. I think that's code for Anunnaki. And I almost wonder if that's another kind of code. I'm worried.
Well, well, you could.
If you rearrange Anunnaki and gematria, it could spell something else, you know?
Some people call it an antenna attack. Some people call it being anointed. Be careful with your microwaves too.
If you hang on to the antenna, the Coast Guard will save you. We have proof. Just cling for dear life.
Wasn't that something that Quinn Michaels was going on about, that he got attacked by a microwave as well?
Quinn Michaels is before my time, but I remember his crazy rants. Wow. Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
I got a couple of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, folks, there are hazards out there that you would not be aware of unless you entered this magical realm of YouTube.
If you start talking about berets and cockroaches, the Anunnaki listen to these trigger words. I feel like we're being set up. I feel like we're being targeted by the Anunnaki because of things that people have said.
Yeah, everything's gonna die off, and as we know, we have to look for the one main factor. What's gonna survive all this? Cockroaches. So that's who's got the agenda right there. And I mean, they're the ones who have anything to gain, right? They're gonna live forever. They don't give a
Cockroach
shit.
is gonna put a PayPal up for robot cockroaches army. They're gonna protect us. If you could fund our cockroach army, we're gonna boticize them. They're gonna have little computers on their back, and they will go hunting.
Think,
yes,
right. We all live distances from each other now, and think about it. If grandma's getting a little bit older and you can't be there with her, you got security cameras and everything else. But you get you some robot cockroaches, or cockroach robots. That sounds better.
Yeah.
Cockroach robots that can seek her out and help her. You know, they're doing amazing things with those.
What we're trying to do is talk to the robot cockroaches. We're trying to have a word with them because they know something's up, and they're double agents. Some of them, only some of them, and we're gonna outfit them with reverse information technology that's gonna repeat back what's going on with cockroaches, with Tooth and Aaron and those people. So we'll get a report back from the cockroaches soon.
I wonder if they can potty train them little robot cockroaches.
I think you have to have a miniature toilet. And a miniature Elmo book with the buttons so that when they push it, there's a reward.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'm just saying, because I can buy all the rest of it, but they have those droppings and they shed or something. So
there's a reason they picked cockroaches for mobilization, robot mobilization. Remember that. I think they were MK altering the cockroaches way before this. So they have a lot of secrets that they're willing to tell once we mobilize them into robots. And some people are going to be in trouble because the cockroaches have been watching you. They know what's going on.
They know everything. It's the same with these people. Hello, duh. Like, oh my God. They have those real like human sex robots. You know that thing is spying, sending all that data footage, God only knows where. You talk about collecting data. That thing's getting all kinds of samples and
We're concerned because we're speaking with, what was JFK Jr.'s wife's name?
oh, I don't even know. That's sad.
In my head. But she's been contacting
he
the
was
cockroach
single.
robots. She was actually a plant. She was a plant with JFK Jr. to keep an eye on what they were going to do to him. And she actually knew Lee Harvey Oswald.
You're talking about Jackie.
Yes. Well, not
I'm
Jackie.
thinking of their son. Okay.
JFK Jr., his wife, the one that supposedly died in the helicopter crash, she was actually outfitted with robot cockroaches. And so that they have come back to report JFK is alive. And that's where it all came from. It's the robot cockroaches were telling us this.
But of course, that's why the cameras never picked that shit up. And
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right. And we're not talking about any just regular cockroaches either. They're palmetto bugs. And if you go to Texas, they live in the bushes. So basically any landscaping, whatever, they really are pretty much going to be there unless they've used a high poison or something. It
was Carolyn Bassett. Jolly let us know. Carolyn Bassett was the one that was outfitted with the cockroach robots to keep an eye.
Oh, let me put that up there because I've never even heard that name before.
Yeah, that was JFK Jr.'s wife. Well, that's why she was with him. She was outfitted with the cockroach robots to make sure that everybody knew what was going on. And the cockroach robots actually resuscitated JFK Jr. and took some of Carolyn Bassett Kennedy's DNA with them when they resuscitated. So when they were all retrieved from the ocean, JFK was able to be cloned and Carolyn Bassett was able to be cloned because the cockroaches had collected their DNA in the water.
Those little fuckers are everywhere.
I have this on the highest authority.
It said that they have a whisperer and basically a handler.
Well, and they were the ones who put the bed bug epidemic on New York City. They just waited, but they were basically putting out their payback. They were so upset with the government and what was going on. New York City is completely corrupt, you know, the police force and everything, Cuomo, that they unleashed their bed bugs from their cockroach robots after the fact because they were so mad at what the people in New York City allowed to happen to them. They survived, but they were so mad.
Yeah. They do get angry. And we have to keep that in mind going forward. Because what's ahead is unknown. And they are learning being engineered with new capabilities every day. Lasers.
Well, that's why they tickle their antennas, right? To left or right.
Yeah, they feel their way.
And they're learning that is so much more valuable for other things in human life.
The key word there is the antenna. And
I think Aaron was actually attacked by a cockroach antenna that was made in the...
This scar is from my 1984 attack of a cockroach antenna.
It was made in the image of a cockroach antenna, and that's what the Coast Guard was producing right around the time of Operation Paperclip. You can look it up.
Yes.
They developed that, and it's a cockroach antenna, and that's what Aaron got attacked by, and he can't sue because the cockroach antenna is not legally on the books. They haven't released it. It's still...
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So when they release it, then Aaron will be able to sue for cockroach antenna infringement and injury.
All right, we got somebody. I think it's Aaron, but I don't know. Be prepared, and you can leave at any time, or I may have to. Well, let's just.
I
It's
brought
open-
my electrical tape to cover the antenna. I'm ready.
All right, if you got tinfoil, get it on. Hello.
Oh, it's so good to see you ladies getting along.
It is. It is.
It's like
Oh.
cupcakes in May. Ooh.
Yeah, those Tommy Schoenberger cupcakes you like, huh, Renee?
I only promised to ice the ones he already baked because he's a
Right.
lazy motherfucker, isn't he?
Well, I just want to see you ladies get it right. If
No
you want
doubt.
to talk about me and bring my name up, let's just get it right, you know? Quit your fantasy, grow up, and let's have an adult conversation. Do you think you're capable of that, Renee?
Ooh, let's test you first. You go first, Aaron.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, speaking of maturity, I mean, you pretty much fucked me over because Tacos was trolling OG-Wan Kenobi, right? That's what started it all, huh, Renee?
No, that's not what started it all. Explain
okay, all
the
right,
word
it's
specific.
not.
I'll do a video on it. I'll do a
No,
video
just
on it,
explain.
Renee.
What do you mean? What do you mean that? Explain more trolling.
Well, we were all cool, Renee, until Tacos was trolling OG-Wan Kenobi one day, and then you were like, well, you and Tacos are working together. I mean, I guess you don't remember, huh?
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
selective memory, huh?
That's top secret information. See right there. And I cannot give that out. Oh, hold on. The whole thing is that it'll just keep going around in a circle. I'll be right back.
Where'd Aaron go?
I kicked him. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I
What he says doesn't
have a-
bother me because he's lying.
I
I
try
would
to keep
love
YouTube
to
live
answer
balance.
his accusation. Sorry, go ahead, honey.
Oh, I try to keep you wanted to talk to him.
No, if you want to kick him, that's absolutely fine. Because listen, I do know that even though I can address his accusations, he's going to lie. So it's fruitless.
It's not going to go anywhere. It won't
Yeah,
go
there's no
anywhere, and
point.
it'll just ruin everybody's buzz. And I'll have to hear about this and that and this and that. And now I have an open mic, and now pray for Gus. Remember, everybody, keep Gus in your prayers. And now Renee, because now and Aiken.
I mean, Aaron, I don't even know, he's picking a needle out of a haystack, and it's not even a needle, it's a piece of hay. Why didn't he ask me why I stopped talking to him instead of assuming with his own little crazy inventions of his mind why I stopped talking to him?
He's wanting you to agree with whatever he believes to be true, which is this is never ending with Aaron. I'm tired of it, and right now, as we speak, he's recording us, and he's going to give his little whatever's underlines and arrows and dingling noises and his microphone changer. Hi guys, and he's going to be Aaron, and it gets old, and I'm tired of it. So that's my outlook. that's about how I felt just about right then.
Well, that's pretty much correct. I mean,
They have their own channels, right?
yeah. And he wants to ask if I can have an adult conversation. Problem is, Aaron, I tried to do that with you privately, but the issue with you crazy fuckers is you always want to do it publicly to do weird shit, especially on your own channel, so you can mute and delete as you see fit, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I don't mind talking to him because, and I mean, honestly, it's not going to do anything. And that's really the point, is he's just going to spin the same narrative he always spins, that he's been spinning, which is why I don't reach out to talk to these people, because they keep saying the same shit over and over. There's no getting through to these people. There was nothing. The reason Aaron and I stopped talking is because he was an idiot. He was suspicious of me for no reason. He had access to my channel. He admits that. I gave him the password to my channel. We were friends. And then, I just didn't like his avoidance of the rec stuff. And there was a lot of other weird things that didn't line up. And that's why I stopped talking to him. And I don't understand why these people, I don't want to have to make this like public per se, but just go the fuck away. You want to have a discussion, Aaron, on things that aren't the reason why I don't talk to you. And not only that, but you were the one who didn't want to talk to me. And I'm guessing it's because I didn't want to play your YouTube game. The game that you and Scott and Malibu and all of you play. The dumb game. I'm not going to play that game. I mean, what do you expect from me? Should I entertain lies? When are you going to be honest?
Sorry, we got somebody backstage named Starseed. I've been saying that, and I'm like, I'm muted.
Oh,
I've been listening, but I've been listening just so you know.
Yeah, no. Go. I don't want to fucking. I'm tired of ranting. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, yeah. They go by Starseed. Let's see who it is. Mystery date. Hello.
Ooh, bring your chai tea.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, there's a reason why I didn't want to go private with Renee, because of the lies and bullshit she likes to project.
This is why we don't play mystery date anymore.
Yeah.
Aaron, why'd you name your cat after me? If you hate me so fucking much, why are you on my panel right now?
Okay.
And you named your cat after me.
Well, hold on. That's, first of all, your fantasy leading you to that I have a cat, but I don't have a cat. That's not my cat. I didn't name that cat Sweet Tea. Okay, so there you go. All right, so you guys want to actually get it right about this antenna attack? I actually, confided in Renee about a lot of things that have happened to me. And
no, you didn't. No.
Let's get something straight. Nope. Let me say something right now for anyone who thinks that I talked to anyone about anything that was confided into me privately. Rethink it. I mean, don't jump to conclusions and come straight out and ask before just assuming. That's a lot of what
In other words, do your research really well after you visit a taco stream. Don't buy her bullshit. Is that what you're saying, Tacos?
Why are you up on my stream saying those things to me?
Because it says open panel, and you said my name, so you want to talk about me? I'll come and talk with you.
I don't know. You ain't buying these balls you're throwing, boy. You ain't buying these balls you're throwing. You see what I'm saying?
You bring my name up, or anybody brings my name up in the chat.
Go away. You're out. Come hang out. You're out. Bye. Hey, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, he said a whole lot of nothing. He had a chance to say something, but he just said stupid shit. Why?
I do whatever I want. How about that? Today is a day. Today is a day of reckoning, is what I like to say. Why not seize the day? When does it start? It starts fucking now. That's what I say. I am the captain of this ship. This is my channel. I will sail it as I see. I don't know. I'm just saying. I've had enough in my life. Period. Yeah, put a period. Oh my God, it's Aussie Gus. He's gonna make Vince like a little girl. Aussie. We have signs of life. Aussie's okay. He's alive and he's okay. Oh, Renee, I can't hear you if you're trying. Oh, you're muted. So anyway,
No, I'm here. I'm muted.
okay. I thought maybe you had a call or whatever. I just want to let you know in case you were having technical difficulties. We have an Aussie Gus sighting, and yeah. Everybody, thank you for your prayers and everything. We have signs. We don't have any location or anything, and that's okay, Gus. We just want to let you know we care about you, and we're here to support you through. I still feel bad about that, but I tried. You can't. I didn't know how bad it would be. Oh no, now we got 0. I'm gonna let you on 0, but I don't know. Please behave. Please. Don't make it hurts me more than it hurts you if I have to. you know. Anyways, here he comes. Twigga, meow meow.
Don't make it hurt. That's what Claire used to say. Right?
0, what do you got to say for yourself?
For myself, I don't know. Hey, how you doing? How's it 422? 2021?
That damn Cortana thing.
Right.
Did I mute you?
Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
Oh, wait. Here comes Gus. Oh my God. Here comes Gus.
What's going on?
We have word. How are you, mate?
I would like to know about that antenna up Cox's ass. I want to know how you ladies know that Cox got an antenna up his ass. I like to know about things up people's asses.
Aaron, stop it. Stop. Why this? And then you'll steal my content. And then you'll still hate
It's not
me.
stealing, Tacos, especially when you say my name. It's called fair use. See, your fucking fantasy.
But you're so mad, though. You're so salty. You're so... I just dislike you. I really do.
I tend to get pissed off when people fuck me over after I'm nice to them. Like Renee did.
Oh, my God.
Aaron,
Okay.
Aaron, stand down, bitch. You don't even want to go there.
That's all right, 24 grid. I'll send you some sandpaper for fucking Christmas. How about that?
Oh, you got ad homs because you got no truth. Good for you. Congratulations.
No, there's no truth. See, that's
You're
your
already,
fantasy
you've
there,
already
little
been
girl.
here long enough. Walk the plank. You're out of here. He's gone. I'm just not putting up with it today, y'all. I'm serious. I pay good money for what I smoke. I don't want... Don't come in here and be like... being like all like that. Why? Why? There's no point in it. Nastiness. So anyway.
I mean, that was funny though, right?
And this is medicinal, by the way. Just so
cool.
y'all know.
Indica or sativa?
So
or is it a hybrid strain?
What is that? What?
So the thing medicinal that you got, is it a hybrid strain, indica strain, or a sativa strain?
Oh, it's actually anyways, I really shouldn't talk about all that because I don't know. It's so hard. Y'all are just like, they watch everything. This is called Crescendo. And it is a
hybrid.
Yeah. hybrid sativa. I had to look at the label.
It's so awesome to have psychic powers. Just kidding.
Well, anyways, and we're still getting judged for that too. Amazing. It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So
it is.
that was Dan. I thought that was really Gus, and I was excited, and I wanted to hear from him. What a dirty, low down trick, Aaron. He had to pretend to be Gus.
It was funny though.
Then he'll do such hateful things to me, but he'll use my content and not give me any credits or anything. Like he's just not. He wants to play, whatever games, and then I don't know. There's nothing more to say about him because he's just recording it and oh, that's interesting, Mr. Jones. I really don't know a lot about it. I really don't. I just know that's what the label says, and I know that I tend to like sativa better than indica.
Yep.
Indica just makes me sleepy.
No, I know. What's the point of it?
Yeah, and it's like no, I need something, so that I can keep going here, rather than go to sleep. But anyway, that's just my own experience.
Yeah, I remember moving to California, and it's like, oh, purple garbage, and like I guess some cannabis, and like roll up a spliff, and like, all right, I'm gonna like watch these things, and look some shit up, and go smoke, and then come back, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm just go right to sleep. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is this shit? What's the point?
Yeah. Well, Zero,
so eerie, quiet.
yeah, I think that maybe it's not a good time.
Oh, come on, it's 422.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, because of a lot of things that are going on or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, because I just remembered. I forgot that a lot of stuff going on and that I don't even know about. So maybe that's why Renee isn't talking.
So did Denise get triggered yet, or?
That is not it. I certainly have questions for Zero.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm not trying to be rude either. It's just like, hey, there can always be another stream.
No,
You see
no,
what I'm
I know
saying?
you're not. No, I know you're not.
Yeah, that's something I see here on YouTube too. It's like, oh, like we got to solve it now during this stream and whatever, or I don't know. It's like it's not going to happen. Like these issues that have been going on for years or whatever anyone's issues are, they're not going to stop on one stream. Hence why, Aaron, I had to kick you because that's all you wanted to do was fight. I'm just not in the mood to fight. It's like, do you ever, like, has anybody ever not had anybody like that in their life? It's like, man, the negativity, I just can't do it right now. Damn.
You can ask like one question, right?
Well, it ain't going to be about what's up somebody else's rectum.
Oh man.
His antenna experience is his own business. I guess he's upset that it's being talked about. So, all right, I'll take the hint. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any issues or any controversy or anything like that. Not at all.
I don't know. So I just want to keep in mind that I just know that there are things that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Oh,
There's
wait
like
a minute.
a lot of misunderstandings and
Sometimes misunderstandings, like they don't get worked out. Like people don't even want to work even a misunderstanding out. Wow,
sad.
I'm getting caught up on the YouTube side. I don't understand though. It's social media, so I don't really understand why it's sad. Like,
People
I
losing
mean, it
their
is, but
social skills.
all right.
Going like atrophy state.
Hey, Lambie. Uh, I'm still so glad to see that Gus is okay. All right, we still have Gus. We still have communication of some kind. So that's cool.
So, do I need to trigger Denise right now? If she's listening, she didn't hear that other stream or what?
Denise is very triggered. She got very ugly last night, and like, whatever. Denise is gonna do whatever she's gonna do. She's nasty.
No.
I have more. I have a lot more drops too, by the way, and I might do another show about Denise at another time. But it really, it's just like so. It's never ending, and
Yeah, of course. No, I was just wondering,
yeah, she grosses me out. But do as you wish. Do as you wish.
if she, I was wondering if she made any videos regarding me challenging her, calling her out.
I don't
Not,
think so, but I don't really ever listen to her videos like all the way through. Actually, I try to wait and then I get the transcripts and I just search for my name.
she probably. No, she doesn't like my accent. She only likes Gus's accent.
I don't know what her deal is. Whatever it is, I hope she gets better. I really do. Hope she finds something. I mean, damn.
That's if she's real to begin with, Fucking hologram.
I think she could be a hologram.
I know. It's just like it never goes away.
Who the hell would design that shit, though?
I don't know, man.
I know, right? Like,
Somebody who designed Michael Quinn.
or the atom bomb and shit. Who would design that?
I don't know. Ty Grundle. No.
I don't know. I don't know, but it's ugly and
Silly.
yeah, it's never ending. And again, you know what Aaron is? Aaron is like a stream killer. He kills the streams.
No, streams are still up.
There's a few people like that.
Let's see.
Zero, you're always like, fuck. I don't know. I don't want to get into it with you.
It's fine.
Really don't. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, why? What happened?
What happened? I don't know. It's like having a pet bumblebee. You're gonna get stung. Just expect it. Just expect
Huh?
it. That's what you're like.
Stung.
Yeah.
Oh. You know,
Yep.
like do you not like my team retard cat?
No.
Oh. He's gonna cry in the corner. Figured.
I think that little clip that Jethro made was pretty good.
Oh yeah. Which channel is it? Is it the Left Flat Earthers or which one?
Yeah, I think it was over there. Yeah, it was like a little clip that he made. That was funny as hell.
Is it still up?
I don't know. Probably like yeah, because it's like within a chat stream. Anyway,
Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, fuck, what was I gonna say? Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know, Zero, because you were here like the last time you were here. Then you kept bringing stuff up, and I kept asking you not to. Like I was like, please, I don't know anything about any of that. I just know that a lot of people are hurt and upset, or for whatever reason. You kept on bringing it up. I was like, fuck, why?
Yeah, sometimes I get OCD like that. Finish the entire, story or whatever. Sorry about that. And then he's not gonna be here. He's not gonna show up.
I don't know. This just, I mean, how are certain things going to end? That's just what I'm saying.
Right.
Healthy ending. What's a healthy ending? Hellos and goodbyes. Whether it's on social media, real life, leaving a job, starting a job, whatever. What does it look like? Because when you think about it, that's where a lot of violent things happen too. Because someone can't take getting fired. Even if it wasn't, they shouldn't have been fired or whatever. People have been known to really do some crazy ass shit. Domestic situations, whatever. I'm just saying that a healthy goodbye is just goodbye. Like, don't come back. Whatever. That's what a lot of people don't understand. I'm just saying in general.
Right. That is like vengeance or.
Yeah, and this will probably end up on Aaron's bullshit. Because that's what he does. And yeah. It's very sick. It's very sick, and that this is the new mode of attack or whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. I want out of his game, and whatever his fantasy is, he needs to move on.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe just don't mention his name or whatever. It seems to be the a ticket for him to make an appearance. If they mention the name or whatever. I don't care.
That's a good point too.
I've noticed something happening in the American, social discourse lately. Since last year, they ran the whole operation with, the one black dude that got choked by the cops, right?
Oh gosh.
And then, right, it's a whole distraction thing. Like that whole theme was the only subject matter that has.
It's a distraction.
Right, but what I'm saying is like that specific one is the only one. That's that whole operation, or the whole racism nonsense, divide and conquer game. That is the only thing that has surpassed the media coverage from last year's the whole Goyvid 1984. It's kind of interesting that it was all flooded with the whole mind virus bullshit, and then out of the blue, and next thing you know, like all of a sudden.
Hold on, who's this? Is that you, Lee Veltman?
Hey, I just got one question.
Oh my
What
God.
penitentiary did Lee end up in? For my next video, I need to know what penitentiary Lee was in for his felony stretch.
Oh my
I'm gonna put it in my
God.
video. Anybody know? Please type it in the chat before Tacos kicks me.
What in the hell? Who's this now? Zero, are you coming in again?
No.
There's someone coming in as you.
I'm only on one device. And
Okay,
somebody
Zero.
else.
There's dimensions
Zero.
everywhere.
What?
6D Earth.
Who are you?
I'm Joe Infinity.
Joe Infinity?
Oh,
Yeah.
Zero Infinity.
Anton,
Shill.
how are you? Sus.
I'm delicious.
Shill.
Mm.
I just wanted to grab some ass. There's 2 females on the panel, so I had to say that.
Funny.
You wanted to
So-
do what now?
I just want to talk about interdimensional travel and souls and dimensions and 50D Earth.
You can't troll me, Tom.
So you're the Anton that I just recently heard of.
Correct.
It doesn't sound like fake news to me.
So are these things being said about you true?
What things? That was kind of general. And,
All right, let me tell you what I heard. And this is all public. I mean, this isn't private conversation. I just heard of you like 2 days ago on my live stream. I didn't even know these things are happening. So what I heard is that you like to create a lot of socks or something and create havoc in people's chats or whatever.
First, I got a question for you too. How much do you weigh? And my second question is, can I date you?
You're gonna come on. You what now? No.
First question, how much do you weigh? And second one, can I take you out for dinner and maybe have some orange juice with you?
Well, I weigh 500 pounds.
That's
And I'm
sexy.
married. So, no. There you go.
So
I'm
that's a solid
500
no.
pounds and still
Well,
growing.
you're not a real lady unless you're 280, so that's good.
Until you're 280. Well, you know, everybody, the heart wants what the heart wants, Anton.
Well, my heart's saying I better go get some, and I'm trying, but suppose you got a piece of steel around your finger or something.
No.
I mean, I got some bolt cutters. We can cut that bitch off if you want.
No.
So
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. What are you gonna cut off with a bolt cutter?
because you have a piece of steel around your finger, you said you're married. We can break that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even understanding. That was going
A wedding band, right?
Oh. Oh no. Won't be none of that.
Oh, that's
No.
disappointing.
No.
And what about the socks? I call them all
Yeah, what is-
socks of game.
What is it? Yeah, what is your game? Like what let me hear
Oh, I
from
work
you
for the
yourself.
CIA,
Like,
and
this
I'm
is what
just-
I heard. Oh, you're
I work for the
CIA?
CIA, and I'm just trying to collect information from you guys. Yeah. So you have to
Are
do
you-
one when you're unexpecting and then when you're expecting for the results.
Are you clocked out now, like when the Wile E. Coyote and the sheepdog, when they clock out for lunch? Are you just having like lunch with with your test subjects?
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
you'll
no,
get back to you. So has it been you the whole time? All these dastardly deeds have been you.
No, not all of them.
But some of them.
No, I'd rather walk through hell drinking gasoline before admitting to anything I've done.
So what were you? What kind of training were you getting? The 6 or whatever 4 days that you disappeared for. Remember you went away. I'll be back on the 12th of March. Remember?
Oh, I do that every 2 months. That's obviously I have to go home. Right now I'm actually working, and every 2 months I go home for 6 days.
I see. And you said that's for your job, right?
Yeah, I'm working right now.
Right.
A lot of people are like that. A lot of people that like work over in Saudi Arabia.
And the next
I'm just saying
The
there's a lot of different work schedules now. So you're with did you say you are with the CIA?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got a video of me right by a bank door. I mean, you can't be a criminal. I mean, you can't just bring a fucking camera when you're not working. Like if you're a janitor,
you're
if
at
you just
work
brought a
now.
fucking phone and, hey, I'm going to take a video. Don't you fucking mind. Can you imagine that?
But you're at work now.
Oh, I'm about to go to work. I mean, I'm always working.
So you're always working. So you're actually like you're You're like, what do you want from us? What do you want? Why do you come? What do you want?
I mean, I'm always collecting information. I mean, as long as I'm fucking around, I keep on getting it, don't I? I'm just here because I want to talk dimensional travel with Zero and his goddamn spirits. We're
funny.
twinning right now.
Okay,
I'd like
so
to thank you for making me famous.
like you're really
Yeah, oh,
like
yeah.
so like you're really you really want people to believe this.
I mean, you don't have to believe it. I mean, I'm just saying it. If you decide to believe it, that's up to you.
So it's basically your LARP.
Well, no, it's not alert. I mean, if it's the truth, it's the truth. If it's not, it's not. That's up to you.
It's not. You're full of shit.
Probably. Ordinary
Well,
heifer shit.
Plausible deniability. Yep.
You are not.
I am not what?
You're not CIA.
Well, you gotta actually say the pronouns, honey. But I mean, if that's up to you.
What is it with my dialect? And Denise got on to me for it too.
Your dialect? What? There's nothing wrong with the way you speak. It's just oh, you might be talking to chat. My bad.
No, I was talking to you. Maybe I misunderstood you. Anyways, yeah, I don't think you work for the CIA.
Okay.
You're fucking around for some reason.
Very good.
So what? So what? So now you're out. You're out. How do you feel? Don't you feel a lot better?
No. I feel cold, moist, and afraid.
Always gotta moisturize.
True.
What is-
I've got some coconut oil, vitamin E right by me.
I use that stuff for everything. I even use it for deodorant.
True. I just
You know,
rub it
it's
all over my skin.
It's a sunblock. Yeah, I use. Oh, me too. I love that stuff.
Whole bottle one time. Use.
Organic. Not a whole bottle. No.
I like
No.
people to just squeeze, like when they try to like hold my hand. They're like, "Oh, what the fuck? Are you wearing a glove?"
No. You don't want to be that moist. But anyway, you're not CIA. You're just fucking around. But why?
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
understand. I don't
He
understand.
probably is. So
You know,
did
Mike
you?
Truth 2020.
Allegations
Who are you
against her. How
behind?
dare you saying them?
What the hell is this?
So did you quit your job of maintaining a server at the bank or what?
Of course not.
Is that part and parcel?
I mean, I can't just quit that.
So how are you CIA? I mean, all you're doing is just.
I mean, it's a bank. You can obviously do information basis off of the banks.
So is that a front, or is that the job?
I mean, I can take a video again. I mean, I'm allowed to go there whenever I want.
What are you not allowed to do?
I mean, I'm pretty much above the law. My father was a CIA agent. I'm a CIA agent. That's what we do.
All right. Well,
And does it satisfy you to troll some sort of a what was it like? it was
Spirits. We're looking for
like
spirits.
Vietnamese or what was it like? Filipino woman, and
Bruh, she's from Colombia.
with the sock account.
That was hilarious. Yes, I
Yeah,
laughed my ass off.
you're like, yes, God bless America.
I did. I was like, "Do you speak American cheese?" And she's like, "I don't understand."
And what did you say? Something like blah blah blah, and then you would use like Nick, like NIC, and then like girl,
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
GURR.
Little homies, yeah, little Nicks are my homies. That's some Sam Teller stuff right there. That's some youth stuff. Beautiful.
oh,
Oh fuck.
How did Renee go all silent on us? She just like giving shots to people, or
I don't know. I don't know. Is that who you came for?
No, I
Because you ain't
doubt-
CIA. You
I
ain't
highly
CIA.
doubt it. My name is Zero Infinity. I think came for somebody else, but
You did.
Came for you.
I came for the Lithuanian over there. Where I had to talk
No.
about our heritage and such, and we have to talk about wordplay and how words
No.
started. And,
Are you Lithuanian too?
oh, I'm Romanian.
Oh my gosh.
Romanian.
I have a very close friend who's Romanian.
Damn. You
I
better
thought you
watch.
were Brazilian or something.
I am Romanian, Brazilian, both.
Okay, all right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nori pakalbėti lietuvišką kalbą? Prašom.
I have no chance of understanding that gibberish right there.
I said, you can speak Lithuanian, whatever you like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bruh,
Go ahead.
they tell me to record only in English. You're trying to make it more expensive over here.
No, I'll
You have to be careful with these Romanians.
I'll oblige. I'll
They're
speak
very
in-
charming. And
And
what
then
they
when
do
you're
is
Zero and fucking Zane will start doing weird ass code, and the fucking CIA people are like, bruh, what the fuck are they doing? Are they trying to make it more expensive for us? Fucking look it up right now.
Who's
And I
Zane?
had to take like legitimately one day of just translating their horse shit. It was hilarious.
why would you even care about such things? And if you are, then why isn't anything being cleaned up?
Who's
I
Zane?
mean, what is to be cleaned up? It's not like you can actually do anything. Even when I tell you this, you're just gonna take it as me trolling.
No.
No matter
no,
what.
no.
I can get away with what I'm saying.
What
It
was
ain't
this
because you're
thing?
CIA.
No. What was this?
It's just like the Wild West. So whatever. Do we call you officer or agent or something? Isn't there? What is your title?
Okay, so it took a day to do what?
Desk number, badge.
No, I work at a bank, and I would say I work on servers, but that's under a branch of the CIA because it's actually a bank.
Hey, if you
Right,
work
so
in
what
a
took you a
bank
day
in
to
a
clean
foreign
up?
country, it's a big deal. If you're in a foreign country, like their bankers are treated like lawyers and stuff. It's bizarre. Like that's the job to have.
Bro, you should hear some of these bankers. They're fucking hilarious. They swear all day. I've seen a few of them drink and everything. They got a little
Oh, I
shot
know my
glass.
bankers got. Yep.
I mean, I don't snitch on them or anything, but it's fucking hilarious. They're actually pretty funny people. Not really professional either.
They have pretty wild jobs. Yeah, it is. It is.
But I heard Zero over here saying they're fucking like said something about somebody saying it. I just laughed my ass off because I know one said, "Oh, once you reach the top, like you're the bank manager, they start telling you weird shit." I've talked to the bank manager like fucking daily. She's just some shit I shouldn't really say, but she's like a silly nice lady. Like I could imagine her be like, "Motherfucker, we're gonna dominate the world."
They're really down to earth. Actually, if you get to know.
She's just a funny, I'll just say Asian lady. She's really fun.
Well, whatever. I mean, hey. So you came to talk to Zero?
Well, I came to get a date, but it sounds like you're married, so I don't think I'm getting that either.
Well, it's complicated with me, and I'm, no.
Damn.
Plus it's Ramadan.
Would you? Yeah. Well, yeah, and that. So, and it's the day. It's the daytime, so it's time to.
So is Renee gonna open up, or am I knocking on the wrong door?
I think you are.
Can I get a
That's
free
the best.
shot? That'd be awesome. While I'm giving her orange juice, she can give me the coronavirus shot. I must have came out too strong. No salad.
Yeah, you do.
do.
You come on strong, but I've noticed that with Romanians. But I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just, just be prepared.
Yeah. Get ready to
She having
get kicked.
mom issues?
With
I mean, YouTube is for dating, right? I thought that's what it was.
there are a lot of broken hearts on YouTube and a lot of that never I've never s- well I've never really seen that work out. Well, I think that no, I have I have actually. I take that back.
How did you and your husband meet?
Oh, I don't talk about that.
Oh,
I don't talk about I don't like to I've been attacked for my family and stuff, and so like I try to not talk about it.
I said, how did you meet? Now, how did I mean? Where were you at? It's not like I'm like, hey, can you describe like the specific location where you guys poked? Or
No, because it doesn't matter what I were to say, it's going to be taken nefariously.
okay,
Pink is
The
declining
nature
to
of the beast. It's a nature of the beast.
make any statements or remarks regarding that, even general ones.
bruh, Zero's totally sus.
No, I'm not. I don't. It doesn't offend me to be asked. I'm just saying, yeah, just respect that. Whatever.
It's you, that asshole, who fucking put that fucking meme out there, like sus, man.
Awesome.
It's hilarious. Like, where was it? Oh, it was Jen's live stream. He went in there like blah 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 sus, and then she's fucking went crazy. Remember that? Jen Shar?
Yeah, I remember going in there when there's like Gandalf and them, and she's fucking whipping his ass. Like he has no idea what waves are or anything, and she's describing shit. He's like, "What's that? Oh, I had no idea. Oh, that's fascinating."
Is this really Philemon saying that you'll get banned here or whatever? Is that really him? Zero.
Yeah. Where?
Right here, I put it on the screen.
Looks like it. Well, I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. But I'm fixing it. I don't know. Renee had to go, I guess. There's nothing in the let me see in the private chat or whatever.
No, that's sus.
I know, and I have to start getting ready for dinner tonight. We have big dinners
Right?
during this time, and they take a long time to prepare. So yeah.
I actually gotta go to work, so love you guys. Lick my balls, and have a good day.
All right. Well, now I know who you are. Zero. Peace out. The rest of y'all, I'll play a little thing here for the end, and then
Yep.
what should I play? Oh, it's just so much ugly in here. There's just so much ugly. We'll end with this one.